You are in day 4. Can you believe it? We've done day 1, 2, 3 together and Awaken Your Diabetes Wellness. I want you to give me a heck yes if this is awakening new diabetes wellness principles, strategies, best self-care practices, new things for you. Give me a heck yes. A yes is mediocre. I want a heck yes. All righty. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beautiful. Barb, Donna, I hope that is that Ronnie or Roni? Ronnie, Jeanette, Gosia, beautiful. Darlene, heck yes, beautiful. That's what I want to see. All right. So I want to congratulate you first of all, because seriously, this is a challenge that's all about you. It's about you, it's for you. It's a lot of work of proven, tested, even scientifically backed research that is really promoting how amazing these are for you. And I know from your comments, hi Linda, hi Mark, it's all very good info and it'll help you. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I want you to take every gold nugget that you find in every day and integrate it, put it in your daily life. That's why we do, and no one else does this, are the implementation trainings, world-class how to step by step. So many factors, dozens and dozens of factors affect our blood sugars every day. And when you can put in some of the top best self-care practices, honestly, that's when you start to get in front of your numbers. You're not going to chase and run to catch up to them. So this kickstart is absolutely amazing. And it's really been the way I've been living my life for almost 30 years. And I really wish I had someone and something when I was first diagnosed or anywhere along the line, to be honest, and as well as my other family members. For those of you who are here for your 4th day, you'll know that I come from a background of family members for 4 to 5 generations with diabetes, and some have lost their lives to diabetes. And I took a stand nearly 30 years ago. That wasn't going to be me or anyone else that I could help. So I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, Rosemary. Beautiful. Hi, Linda. Okay, so let's jump into day 4. And let's recap yesterday. I got so many great comments yesterday about movement as medicine and that things were so doable and that you felt so great. So kudos. Kudos to you for being able to follow the step by step with those exercises and hopefully having some fun with them. So day 3, like I said, was all about being able to decrease that insulin resistance. So the specific ingredient for moving your body and your muscle groups is to break up the barrier of the receptor cells that lock themselves out and say, no insulin's getting in, which then forces it to pour into the bloodstream where it's toxic, where it damages our veins, arteries, capillaries, nerves, all of our body systems. So by doing these movements, even a couple of times a day, you're able to then open up a percentage of that receptor cell to let that insulin in, which is going to lower your blood sugars. And the more that you're involved in those exercises and really give the stretches, the more you're going to get out of it, and the more your insulin resistance will not be a hindrance to you. So that's important, but not just that alone. It's also important that we're able to do some of the other best self-care practices. But what I do want to review is that you don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to go and do cardio circuit training. But if you do, all the power to you. But what I wanted to point out is that moving your body and using the muscle groups that we were using helps with that uptake of insulin in the body. So even if you're doing any kind of other activity, the walking, the gardening, the running, team sports, circuit training, high cardio, racing, whatever it is that you're doing, in addition to that, this is also super amazing. So it's about getting in front of your blood sugar numbers. So that's what it's really all about. And I also shared with you along the way, and we've had some really great testimonials from some current clients who started right where you are right here in this challenge about their lives. So I want to also share with you that Kathleen, a client of ours who started right here at a challenge, because we love doing challenges because we get such great feedback. Diane, have done exercises more than 2 times. Little sore now, but they're great, and you're going to definitely continue. Oh my gosh, that is so great. Good. So Kathleen here, honestly, sedentary lifestyle, behind a desk, a receptionist, and didn't get a lot of up and down in her day. So what I mean by that is with movement, not sugars. So what was really great is we were able to help tweak a few things throughout the day that included even smaller breaks, but more times. And this was one of her key things, not alone, but this was one of her key things. And so she was able to go from those higher sugars, which are in US terms in the mid 220s to 280s. And in Canadian terms, that would be in between the 12 to the 15s. But she was able to come down to normal in both US and Canadian. So that's around 108 US and around 6 Canadian in our millimoles per liter. Okay. Not just that, but Jillian, mid-afternoon, experienced something similar, not quite as high as Kathleen, but the same type of idea. And like she has written in, this has changed her life so much. So I want to really, put out to you that these are life-changing. Allow them to be. Use them. We're often looking and scouring the internet. We're looking for things from our primary healthcare providers, and it can be overwhelming what to do. I'm giving you exactly what to do in step by step, which you can't get anywhere else. And I want you to use them because it's going to change your life. Now, I want you to remember, I want you to play full out. Put playing full out here if that's what you're doing, because we have these great prizes. And one is our first one, which is our membership for 1 year, which is an amazing 1 year of this kind of stuff all month long. And our second prize is 6 months of our membership. So playing full out, that's beautiful. I want to see playing more full outs here. So I want to make sure that you're commenting. I want to make sure that you're engaging and even putting things in our Facebook group. So there you go. So can somebody please mute? Somebody please mute? Yeah. So day 4. Okay, so we were on day 1, which was mindset. Day 2, which is having that amazing carbohydrate in your body and in your diet throughout the day. Day 3 is all about movement. And day 4, this is an amazing day. Now you know some of the external things that you can do, the external things that you are able to add into your day or swap into your day and to promote lowering your blood sugars. So day 4 today is all about how you can affect your inside. Okay, so Cindy, you're unable to get into the Facebook group. You're awaiting notification. So Reza, I'll let you get on that. Beautiful. Thanks, Rosemary. So today is how you can affect change and transformation to the inside of your body, not just to boost what you do in the morning, but throughout the whole day. So this is going to take you beyond science-backed studies, science-backed research. It's going to take you beyond the outside of your body to the inside of your body. We're going to take you to how to move things through your body gently and yet powerfully. So this is all about the lymphatic system. And does anyone know what the lymphatic system is? If you do, give me a yes. And if you don't, that's okay. You can say want to learn. So I'm happy because that's what this is all about. Okay, so Brenda, yes. Yeah, Gosia, yes. So it's all about our lymphatic system. Now, our lymphatic system is our drainage system. Want to learn, want to learn. Good, darling. That's great. That's what we're here for. So, when we are putting garbage into our garbage pails in our kitchen and in our garages and wherever we're doing, that is our garbage collection system. But we then have to take the garbage out. And then we reline our bags, they go to the dump, and that's how we get rid of things in our home that are in our garbage collection system. But how do we really, and what do we really do for our internal garbage collection system? So our lymphatic system needs help to get rid of the toxins that build up from it, from everything, breathing in exhaust fumes, walking down the street, from all the processed foods and all those chemicals that our body's not designed to break down, from medication that we take that gets stored in our livers, from the products that we use. There's from so many chemicals, whether it's secondhand or firsthand cigarette smoke, whether it's from, it doesn't matter. Our bodies are bombarded with electromagnetic energies from our computers and so many devices. So how does our body handle that? It needs help. So our lymphatic system is something that we're going to give attention to. So what I want to be able to do is point out, what exactly is it? Where is it? It's everywhere. It is the network of vessels and tissues and organs in your body. They all work together to transport lymph, okay, which is that it's a clearer fluid, and that is throughout your body. And it's part of your circulatory system. And its whole role is to help maintain health and give you your best immunity. So, really, to break it down simply so that we understand what it is, that clear fluid is a concentration of proteins and other fluids that bathes your cells and tissues. It keeps your internal body hydrated. That's very important. Now, the vessels, all of the vessels in the body, doesn't matter if they're small capillaries, veins, arteries, it doesn't matter. The network of vessels in your body collect and transport that throughout your body. So, what needs to happen is we want to assure that there's not backflow, and we want to assure that there's not congestion blocking things. So, the components of the lymphatic system, you probably know there's lymph nodes throughout the body, and there are tons of lymph nodes throughout the body. And those are small structures along the vessels. And they contain immune cells that help us to fight those unwelcome bugs and viruses and things that aren't supposed to be in our body. And our body's composed of different organs, and everything from our thymus gland to our spleen and our liver. And they play a role to help keep our immune system strong and to help remove some of that garbage collection system. So it's a defense system. So our lymph nodes can get congested and hold on to toxins, all kinds of toxins that we've just talked about. So how do we help them help us? That's the big question. Yes, rebounding does help with this, Anne Marie. Very good. Yes, it does. The function of the lymphatic system, the overall point is that it's our circulatory system, and we want it to work well for us. We want to avoid infections, and gosh forbid if we get one in cold season, we don't want it for very long. We want to avoid it, have it in for a day or two, and goodbye. The whole point is for you to boost your immunity. You want to produce and store really great quality white blood cells to fight infections and other disease. So, what are the 5 main functions of the lymphatic system? First one is to drain. You want to drain lymph from your tissues that have excess fluids in them. And I get emails, calls, questions in events like this about, I have swelling in my body. How can I help myself with that swelling? Stay tuned because we're going to talk about that. There's edema that can pool in the body, in different parts of the body, and for everyone it's different, although the extremities seem to be common. So we want to be able to deal with that. We also want to balance the fluids in our system. So we want to be able to do that. So I'm going to go through what the top 3, 4, 5 functions of the lymphatic systems are. Number 1, we want to have an immune response that is proactive, up there, and we want it to have 100%. When we're compromised, our immune systems could be operating anywhere from, and when you have diabetes, we're already compromised as much as 80% when our sugars are higher than normal. So what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to get in that target zone because you don't want to compromise your ability to fight off things or to heal. You might have heard over the last several years with unwelcome viruses that have made their way into the world that people with diabetes are one of the most challenged groups of people because we're not able to fight off some of those viruses, and our bodies aren't able to make some of those antidotes and use them for our good. So what we want to do is we want to have a strong immune system, and the lymphatic system supports us doing just that. So we want to be able to filter our lymph nodes. We want to be able to remove pathogens gently and naturally and get rid of foreign bodies and even work through some damaged cells, all while we activate our immune response. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that step by step. Who wants to know how to do this step by step? Give me a heck yes. The other thing that the lymphatic system will do is it will help, with fat absorption in the body. So there's specialized lymphatic vessels that help with that, and they're located in the small intestine. And what needs to happen is we need to be able to have the transportation system and the garbage collection system optimized so it can pick up that fat so you're not storing it. Beautiful. I'm loving the heck yeses. Also, we talked a little bit about fluid balance because this helps to keep the fluid balance in the body by collecting excess interstitial fluid from the tissues, help them to go through so that they're not pooling. Okay. We want to avoid edema in our tissues at all times. because that creates stagnation and we don't want that in our body. The chi, the energy in the body is then disrupted. And again, like I said, it's really all about supporting our immune system, because when our immune system's strong, we're good. We can heal, we can fight off complications, we can prevent them, we can halt them, we can avoid them. And that's what we're here to do. What happens when our lymph system is not able to do these things for us? Then we have an impaired immune system. And that's what happens when our body goes into overload. And when it goes into overload from whatever those factors are, higher than normal blood sugars, higher than normal blood pressure, higher than normal cholesterol, higher than normal toxins from the foods that we eat, or the fast foods, the trans fats and fats, any and all of that collectively impair the immune system. How we handle stress, or how much under stress. I saw someone ask us about stress. I think it was in the Facebook group. And stress, whether it's visible or invisible, is the world's #1 killer, and related to the top 6 reasons that people have an early death. So stress, that compromises your immune system probably more than anything. When your mindset is in overwhelm and we're going through all that anxiety and that stress and that worry, that's why we had our day 1 be so important on mindset and mind shift. Because what did we learn? We learned that when we're in fight and flight, when our body's always worried, anxious, and overwhelmed, concerned, saddened, scared. I remember all the comments from day 1. I'm trying to remember them all now. If there's more, put them right here, and because I don't want to miss anything. The body gets shut down and our immune system can't respond because it's an overdrive and it's using up all of our resources. It's like your computer when you have all your tasks, all your different icons open, like I do so much of the time, but it's too much for the system and there's a system breakdown. And we only have one body. So we want to not be in overdrive. We want to free up our resources because we want to heal. We don't want those complications. So mind shift, if you recall, and some of you were really great on that mind shift, we can overwrite how we currently react in our life on a daily basis, heighten our awareness, which is what the challenge of day 1 was to be, and visualize a different outcome. Very successful. And day 2, also, which adds to an impaired immune system, is when you're not getting enough fiber to help move things through your body, you're contributing to the backup of toxins in your body. That's why we chose fiber as day 2 challenge, because it's so amazing. And the other thing, just as a review, is for our movement, just as for those of you who had the pleasure of being here yesterday and hearing Kim, one of our amazing clients, who's used all of these challenges and many more things and again, she started into challenge just like you are here today. If you heard Kim yesterday, I want you to put her name Kim, because if you heard her yesterday, you would have heard that even with a heart condition of many years, and yes, put her name. Beautiful. Thank you. Kim was able to share that she moved through so many things, and she did 14 races in 1 year without had ever done a race before. And that's in addition to doing, and I'm not sure how many steps you're doing now, Kim, but when I see your journals are anywhere between, I'm going to say 12,000 and 15,000 steps a day. So you've really worked your way up from not having that in your life to doing such amazing things. So yes, she is inspiring. So yep, keep putting her name if you were here and heard Kim. And thank you, Kim, for sharing. Absolutely. So these are all the successes you can have. Now, what happens when you do have an impaired immune response? The components and functions in your body, they become imbalanced. So what can happen is you can have pooling. And I know that some of you have written me about that in the Facebook group. And yes, saw her on the replay. Yeah, beautiful. Yes, inspiring. Beautiful. Thank you. So when this happens, when there's pooling in the body, do you really think the body's able to absorb any nutrients or any hydration? How well do you think that's working for you? And you need that when you have diabetes, because guess what? This contributes to higher than normal blood sugars, because again, getting things trapped in the body. So lymphedema, which is the swelling, and it can be different parts of the body. It could be the whole body. It's a condition where there's swelling due to the accumulation of that lymphatic fluid that we were talking about. And with diabetes, it does increase the risk of this. But the good news is we have a great best self-care practice for you today that can help you turn this around or help you prevent it all along so that you never have to run the risk of being in this situation. Also, when we're talking about the immune system, I want you to know the other thing that we're talking about here is our blood vessels and our nerve vessels can become damaged when we have a backed up lymphatic system because our nodes are going to collect a lot of that. And they're going to try to help us by collecting that and localizing it, but sometimes it's not enough. And how does that show up? It shows up in our different complications that we experience. And the reason that I'm sharing diabetes neuropathy here is because it's one of the most common side effects of high sugars. And when you're looking at the peripheral vascular disease, which is the periphery of the body, the nerves, and the nerve sheath of the body, it can give a compounding negative effect on the overall lymphatic health of your body. So we want to be able to really avoid these, and that's exactly what today's challenge is. The other thing that the congestion leads to is higher than normal blood sugars, and that can become a chronic thing every day. Also, I don't know if you heard yesterday, what I want to say is that Kim, and I know she shared this, as so many other clients come to us and they're out of the target zone with their blood sugars over 85, even 95% of the time, as Kim was. And for her to be able to reverse that and now be in the target zone 95% of the time, I think you said, Kim, yesterday. If you did, just put that percentage in there for everyone. What a turnaround, going from where she's been to where she wanted to be and now where she is, and how she maintains that now for a few years. So it's a lifetime change. So I want you to be far away from hyperglycemia. I want you to be in the normal target zone. And I don't want you to experience things like that so many people do with wound healing that can take up to 5, 10, 20 times as long if it's even able to heal. So this is all about being proactive. And being proactive means you're not going to be reactive later. You're going to get in front of these things and prevent these things from happening. And really, you want to decrease the risk of anything less than what you want. So this is really all about giving you another strategy, giving you another best self-care practice that you can do. And do not underestimate the power of gentle movements. It's the fact that you do them, and it's the fact that you do them consistently. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so are you ready for your day 4 challenge? Because we're going to end up doing this together. Okay, so your day 4 challenge is really all about that lymphatic drainage as your best self-care practice. So I'm sure that Tara, our diabetes wellness concierge, has probably got the PDF in here for you. If you joined us late, she's going to put it in here for you. And it's also going to be in the replays, just so you know. Okay, ready, beautiful. So let's go through this. So why is lymphatic drainage your best self-care practice? We've talked about that, and it's going to stimulate your lymphatic system and promote the fluid movement to avoid pooling anywhere in your body. It's going to help you stay hydrated. And although I always want you to drink lots of water, it's going to help keep balance and homeostasis. That's the whole point. So it's a natural detoxer when you're doing lymphatic drainage. And the rebounding that someone talked about here is a really great thing. Absolutely. So you want to keep the energy moving. You want to promote good heart health. That's a really big concern for us as people with diabetes. So it's really, in just a sentence, it's about preventing that buildup of toxicity, no matter where it comes from, whether it's stress, whether it's fueled with negative thoughts, whether it's how people treat you, whether it's how you treat yourself, the foods that you eat, the environment that you're in, all of these things. So step by step, we have a process of how to stimulate more lymph to go through your system. And the how-to is very important. And like I said, we're world-class with our how-to. We are known for our how-to implementations. You just can't get them anywhere else. So I'm so glad that you found us here. Is jumping up and down as good as rebounding? Is a little different because it's so gentle on your joints. However, body movement is very good. So any body movement is better than none, but I will say rebounding with the rebounder gives you that full body experience because you're actually on a soft rebounding platform, and it can be very small. You can buy really small ones. That's my answer to that. So there is a process that is a sequence, in an order, and a methodology of how to. So you don't have to write this down. I'm just going to share this slide with you because there's a sequence. Now, there's many different ways to do lymphatic drainage for different parts of your body. You can do from the neck up, you can do from the neck to the hips, and you can do from the hips down, and you can do full body. You don't have to write this down. We do have this for you in a handout, but I want you to know that I've chosen not the neck and up, but I've chosen the mid body because I believe that's where you're going to get the most benefit right in this challenge right now. So we've got the sequence, we got that handled for you, we got your back. So that's all written out for you. It's really about the how to. So we're going to do this routine. Is everyone ready for this? I saw some readies. So let's get ready right now for a live demo. And all you need to know is that being comfortable in a chair, you can also stand up because I want you to join us along the way. And great, Susan, great to see that you're ready. Great. Is it Bawali? Beautiful. Everyone's ready. Then we're going to get started. We're going to play this pre-recorded video that I did, and we're going to go through this. So get comfortable, take a drink of your tea or your water before we get started. And we're going to have Raisa start the video in just a couple of seconds. I'm so excited and jazzed for you. So day one was all about mindset, and we did our mindset activity. Day two is all about meals and adding in that one amazing carbohydrate that actually helps you lower your blood sugars and balance them naturally. And it helps to avoid those post-meal spikes and those fasting blood sugars. Day three was all about physical movements from the outside to help really make that insulin more efficient for you in your body. Helps to get that circulation going. Now, today is all about our inside. How do we stimulate our lymph system? And in our training, we learned that our lymph system is all about our garbage collection system. It is where we're moving our fluids through the body, and we are helping to build up our immune system to help us have great defenses, to help fight against those invaders that are very unwelcome, whether they're bugs, whether they're colds, seasonal colds, whether they're unwelcome viruses, and or whether they're dealing with the breakdown of the body so that we can intercept that toxin overload and be able to promote healing within the body and stop and halt complications and or even reverse them. Lymphatic drainage is one of the best self-care practices that you can do, and it can change your life. It's not difficult to do. It's about pampering the inside of your body and helping move the energy, the chi through your body. Because when we are not giving our lymphatic system attention, congestion builds up. Just like your garbage, if you're not emptying your garbage out to the chute or taking it out to the road, it builds up, and that's not nice. In our garbage collection system in the body, our lymph is designed to protect us. It is there to help us move our energy through the body and to stay healthy. Very important. There are different types of lymphatic drainage. There are upper body, there's head and neck, there's mid body and lower body. And some of these take full on lymphatic pampering, draining for yourself, can take up to 30 minutes. So in this challenge, we are going to focus on one of those sections, and the section I've chosen for you is the mid and upper body. So let's get started. What is it? We had our training for the lymph system, and now how do we do it? How do we put this into practice each day? And when should we do it? I suggest that you do this in the morning. I also suggest that you could do this even midday. I like to move my body midday because I sit a lot at my desk, so I like to incorporate this in my midday as well. But you can do half and half. You can do half in the morning, you could do half in the afternoon, or you could do 2 8-minute lymphatic drainages, which is even better. Okay, so let's get started. So there's a sequence, and I'm going to go over the sequence with you. So number 1 is the sequence, and number 2 is the methodology. So where do we get started and how do we do this? So we always get started with our collarbone. Okay, there's so many lymph nodes in our neck and our upper body near our arms. So we're going to stimulate those first. So our collarbone, and we have the step-by-step sequence for you. So you can print it, put it in front of you, and use it. So we're going to start with the collarbone, and we always go towards our arms and towards our upper arms. And the reason we do that is we need to go to our upper arms before we can get everything going through the heart. So we start with our collarbone, which is right here. This is the collarbone right here. So identify the collarbone so that you know where that is. And I'm going to go through the steps. And then we go to the lymph nodes in the front of our neck. So we do our lymph nodes in the front. And then what we're going to do is our lymph nodes behind our ears in the back. So we have our collarbone that we start with always. We have our lymph nodes in the front. And then we have our lymph nodes behind our ears at the back of our neck. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make our way to the next sequence, which is the upper arm, the mid arm and lower arm, down to our wrist. So we've got 4 areas of the upper arm: the upper, the elbow, mid, lower, and the wrist. We have the outside, or rather the inside, and the outside, and the underside. So all very important. Now once we do that, we're coming to the mid body section, which is from the waist up to the upper arm. And then what we're doing is we're going to go across our abdomen. And then we're going to come back to center and stimulate some of our lymph nodes. There's a ton of them here in our abdomen. And then we end at the collarbone. So it's very easy. Collarbone, front of the neck, back of the neck, upper arm, mid arm, lower arm. We're going to do the inside, outside, and underneath. We come to the mid body. And then we come from the sides of the hips up to the underarms, and we come across the abdomen. And then what we do is we end at the collarbone. So a very quick review. So it's up, down, over, up. Okay, so now how do we actually stimulate our lymph? What are the best ways to do that? So this is gentle massage, and it's really like giving yourself a wonderful 10 minutes home spa. So what you want to do is, with the methodology, you want to be able to find that collarbone, which is this line right here you can feel, and you want to be able to start in the middle and go out to the sides. So you want to stimulate this to the outer body right now. And you want to do this in 10s. So you want to be able to move the lymph to the side using 10 movements. I'm going to show you an alternative movement, but I want you to just start with this for now. And we're not going to do one side. We're going to do both sides. So again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the clavicle. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go under the clavicle, and we're going to go right to the area under the arm. And we're going to do 10 for that as well. And like I said, it's not difficult. It's a matter of doing it. And again, we're doing 10 movements. And what we're going to do is switch sides as well. And I want you to apply firm pressure, not hard pressure, but firm pressure. You want to be able to feel this. So once you've done 10 times each side, I want you, when you go here, I want you to go in circles. And you're going to move your hand around in circles. And you might feel areas that are a little bit more tender than others. So you want to go around in circles 10 times in this area. Okay? And that is stimulating lots of lymph right there. Okay, so we've done our clavicle area. Now we're going to come to our lymph nodes in the front. And what we can do is just come right down these lymph nodes, and you're going to do this 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again with moderate pressure. 9. And then once we've done these, we're going to make our way to the back behind the ears where there's lymph nodes and come down the side of the neck. And we're going to do that 10 times. So we're going to get that lymph stimulated at the back as well. And again, like I said, 10 times. Moderate pressure, not hard, not too light. Okay, and then not just one side, but we're going to do both sides. We're going to do this bilaterally. So once we have these movements done, then we're going to move to the areas to the upper arm. Okay, so now that you've counted 10 to yourself, we're going to move to the upper arm. So with the upper arm, since we're using this method, we're going to use this method here as well. So we're brushing down actually from the upper arm down to the lower arm. And we're doing the inner arm right now. So we're doing 10 of these motions from the upper arm to the lower arm. So I'm going right to the elbow crease. And once we have finished 10 of these, we're going to go from the crease down to the wrist. And that's starting our lymph. And once you've done that, what I like to do is I like to, and I find that this is the most stimulating, pat the arm going up and down 10 times. Make sure you come all the way down to the wrist, not missing any area of the arm or the inner crease or anything else. So you're going to go up and down 10 times. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same movements, but we're going to do this on the back arm. We're going to change over here and do this to the back arm. And we're going to do, again, all 10 times. And again, we're going to go down to the lower arm once we do this outer arm and go all the way down. And the other thing that we're going to do as well is come all the way to the top again, and then under the arm, come right down to the elbow and get that lymph moving. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then again down to here. Once you have finished the 10, and just like we did on the inside of the arm, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pat it. So doing these gentle pats. These pats are very important. And you can combine the outer and under, again for 10 times. So then you've got your arms going and you're going to do both sides. Here's the great news. Once you're able to do this, and you're going to feel a big difference. Once you do this, you're able to go to the side of your body. So you're going to come up to the sides of your hips, right here at the sides of your waist. And you're going to put your knuckles right where your hips are. And what you're going to be able to do is take the sides, the insides of your index fingers, and you're going to be able to come up the sides of your body. You can do one side at a time, or you can do the both. As you come up, you're going to notice areas that are a little more sensitive than others. And as you come towards the top of your arms, you're going to notice that you might be a little bit more tender. And that means that we need some attention in those areas. So once you've done this 10 times and you've come up, then what you can do is again take your knuckle and go around in circles. Put your thumb right beside where your index finger curved, and you're going to go around in circles. And you're going to go around in circles from your hips up. Again, 10 times, choosing areas along the way up. There's a tender spot, and then you're going to notice some tender spots. And where it's tender, you're going to want to work on that. You don't want to be too light, and you don't want to be too heavy, because even a moderate firmness is breaking up the lymph and getting it going. So you want to go in circles. Now you'll notice when you come up the side, you can go more towards the front of your body, or you could stay more in the middle of your body. I suggest that you do the first coming up your body towards the front part of your body, and then I suggest you go back and then you do one midway, because you're going to find different tender spots for yourself. Some will be more towards the front, some will be more in the middle. Okay? So then you've got this. You've got your upper sides. Now, there are tons of lymph nodes in your abdomen. They're everywhere. And to stimulate them, it's so important to do breathing. So as you're doing this whole lymphatic drainage, and as you're doing any exercise movements, you want to be able to be doing your breathing as well. So breathing is very important, and breathing alone makes a very big impact. So what we want to do is we want to be able to stimulate all of our lymph nodes here in our abdomen. And when you look at your abdomen and you look at a cross section of it, it's like you come up the middle and you divide it in half, and then you get upper right, upper left, lower right. So what you want to do is you want to gently be tapping those areas to stimulate. You can go around in a couple circles, so that's good. And you want to do that for the count of 10. Yep, you want to stimulate your insides. And that's all good. And the second to last exercise you want to do is come across the lower abdomen, across to where the heart is. And you want to be able to stimulate that with the movements coming up. And again, that's 10 times. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're not going to stop there because you're going to do the other side. So you're going to start in the lower here, just the lower area, lower abdomen, and come across. And you're going to do that 10 times. And you can feel your body saying, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. So do a couple more of these to finish out your set of 10. And then what you're going to do, give it a final little pat around. And what you're going to do is you're going to end up right where you started. So we're going to come right up to the collarbone. And what we're going to do is we're going to do our, exactly how we started. Go right up to the sides of the body, get to the upper arm area on both sides, doing this again 10 times. And then, like I said, you're going to do both sides. And then you can take a nice deep breath and you can congratulate yourself for taking this very important step. Because without doing this, lymph gets congested. And so many people write in, so many people ask and say, my body is, I'm retaining fluid. My feet are swelled. What do I do? How can I help myself? This is a prime #1 thing that you can do for yourself. Number 1, you want to keep hydrated. But number 2, you want to really get your lymph moving. So this is the lymph massage for yourself. So the challenge is for you to do all 10 steps and to do 10 steps with 10 movements each side of each body. And this may take you anywhere from 8 to 12, maybe even 14 minutes. So I challenge you to do this a minimum of once a day. And for those who are really going for our prizes, I would love for you to post. Somebody can take a video of you doing this. Give us your biggest takeaway, how it made you feel, what you noticed with your blood sugars. So if you're testing your blood sugars before you do this and even up to the afternoon and overnight in the morning, this can affect you over a 24-hour period. So I'd like to know what your big takeaways were, what you noticed, if it shifted your energy, if it gave you a better sleep, if you found that you had less interference and less aggravation, whatever it is for you. I want to hear it in the comments. So we'll see you on the inside. So that was our lymphatic drainage. So for all of you who had done, that's wonderful. So thank you for allowing me to see you participating. Here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to be able to set a daily morning reminder for yourself. I don't care if it's an alarm in your phone, if it's part of what you do when you wake up. You can do this lying down, you can do it sitting up, you can do it standing. But I really like you to, like everything, what you don't schedule, what you don't write out, less than 5% of people meet their goals, and the ones who do, they're written out and they're planned. So I can say that I would really love for you to schedule this in your day whenever it's good for you. Doesn't have to be in the morning. It can be any time of day. And it doesn't have to be once. It could be more than twice. I like to do mine in the morning and midday because I like to keep things circulating. So find a comfortable place. You don't have to be distracted. You could put on your favorite music or not, or just enjoy the quiet and do your thing. And I just want you to say, you've got this. So whatever you decide to do it, just make sure that you make that an integral part of your day. Now, I want to say thank you to so many people because we have had so many comments from all of you saying how wonderful that you're enjoying this transformational 4-day journey, which is exactly what we've promised. So over the four days, we've embarked on so many wonderful things in uncovering the potential of holistic and natural diabetes wellness. So just having that expert guidance and being able to find someone who walks your path every day. So like you, I live with diabetes every single day, but being able to combine the best of what's in your highest good from our traditional world, not to be discounted, but to be aware. And then, of course, of our natural world, and then who applies this and works in research all the time to bring you research-backed, proven practices. It's really amazing for me to see you experience this in real time and to have a better life. You want more for yourself? I want you to put, I want more for myself. Just put want more. Brenda, I feel better. Thanks so much. Sheila, thank you. Gosho, I want more. Kim, want more. If you want more, put I want more right here so I can see with these comments. I'm going to watch. Yeah, I want more. Keep them coming because I'm watching. I've got 2 screens going. That's absolutely wonderful. Do you remember? And I haven't talked too much about it, so I'm going to talk about it right now for you. Don't forget, we have our prizes, our 1 year membership with our Diabetes Success System Inner Circle, which is a monthly membership. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Not too much, just enough to give you an idea. And not only do we have our 1 year membership as our grand prize, but we actually have even a 6 month membership to our Diabetes Success System Inner Circle, where it's super exciting. And it's exclusively for people living with diabetes who are looking for those best self-care practices to lower and balance their blood sugars naturally and to get you back in the driver's seat of your own health. So it is specifically designed with you in mind, just like this challenge. So, question. Do you want to be a winner in your life? Do you want to be a winner with your diabetes? I want a heck yes, right there, if that's what you want. Want more? Heck yes. Yeah, keep them coming. Because here is an amazing opportunity, and I'm feeling super generous today because you have been here every day, every step of the way. So here's something I want to give to you. And who doesn't love something for free? So right now we have an exclusive opportunity for you. You're the first ones to find out about this. This is brand spanking new. It is only offered now in this challenge. It's not going to be offered outside this challenge. And we are offering you to become a founding member in this new diabetes success system, Awaken Your Wellness Club. And it's all a membership, and it's all about locking in and getting all the wonderful things that you are looking for. So I'm sorry, someone else is sharing their screen. Not quite sure why, but can you see my screen right now? Is the screen back up? Just give me a yes. Yes, beautiful. So right now, we're going to offer you the resources. And if you love these coaching sessions and these trainings, you're going to love this because the membership is full of this and many community events. So I've got a free gift for you right now. And if you'd love that free gift, you can choose if you want a 30-day free gift or a 60-day free trial with this experience in this membership club. So let me tell you just a tad more about it, because I know, like I said, Kim that you heard from yesterday, I don't know if Rosemary's here, if she wants to say a word, but it's so wonderful because so many people value and get so much value out of it. So what's in it? So what's in it is all about our mindset evolution coaching and meditations, so many wonderful things along the way, great principles, great practices, and diabetes friendly foods and meals. And I know so many of you are interested in those. So I share some from my private vault, my private collection as well, and give you some really amazing nutritional insights. So sometimes we even have an appetizer party. Sometimes we even have a surprise dinner party. So you never know what could come up here. There's movements with the guidance of what to do to enhance that insulin sensitivity and to reduce that resistance that we've talked about. And inside the Inner Circle membership, what's also awaiting is coaching session with me with deeper dives into the themes of the month. And the cool thing is, we have a different theme every month, so it's really great. And of course, you can see how wonderful our community is, where you're like a family. You get to join us around our table, you get to join us together and share and even ask each other questions, and us too. So our monthly calendar helps you stay organized, and it's full of wonderful trainings and events that you do not want to miss. So what's really great is that we have a fun-filled March for you, and we're kicking this off in March. But I'm going to let you know that right now, like I said, this offer is only available during this challenge. And normally it is double the price. So we're actually offering half price right now at $37 a month for life. So that's never going to change for you, no matter what other price changes for the rest of the world. So this is an unmatched early bird rate for the founding members. So I would love for you, because you've been so active here in this challenge and you've been so positive, I would love for you to be able to get that special offer, which is your gateway to continuous wellness and diabetes empowerment. So the next step is, honestly, I know that we have some really wonderful prizes to give away, but we're keeping open our contest until February 23rd. So keep playing, keep interacting in the Facebook group. And I just want you to know I'm here because your journey is just starting. This challenge is a kickstart. And as a founding member of the Inner Circle, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get your continued path to deeper dives into so many wonderful resources that I have, recipes, guides, coaching, and an incredible community. And when you sign up today or you sign up before the end of this challenge, I have an exclusive invitation for you. And because I'm feeling so generous and you guys have been so amazing,
All right.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm offering you a master class, another master class on February 27th for free. So we're also going to have a pre-launch party on the 27th. So we'll get to announce the winners. I would love for you, and I want to thank you all for being here in this challenge. I want you to write in here. Yes, you want the 60 days. 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 Oh, yes, beautiful. Here, yes. Okay, all these yeses. Come here. Come to Holistic Diabetes Solutions and be able to come on in and join us right here. We have a QR code, but right here we have our link that's going to take you where you can get our early bird access and never miss a thing. Because if you aren't able to come live, it's all good. We've got a vault. You get to access 24/7 from wherever you are in the world. So it has been my pleasure to be your guide. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. I am loving all the yeses that want to join and take advantage of the 60 days. So yes, that's US. And I am just thrilled. So if you have anything else you want to write in the comments, I am here. I can respond. And I just want to say kudos to all of you. So kudos, kudos, kudos. Very happy for all of you. Is the community on Facebook? Actually, the community is on a platform, and this is a private community, yes. And this is on a platform in Kajabi right through our website. So you will have access through your own private personalized portal. It's very private. Cindy, thank you, Cheryl. Look forward to continuing my life journey. Oh, Cindy, my pleasure. Raisa, yay. Beautiful. I am so happy. Beautiful. So if you're all in, this is my gift to you. And I think it's also your gift to yourself to continue to get this great, valuable training and get into the target zone as much as 95 to 100% of the time. So if that's your goal, you're in the right place. And I'm so happy to be your guide. We'll see you on the inside.